The sun has dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple before surrendering to the embrace of night. Everything is quiet. A hush falls over the land, a stillness that settles deep into the bones of the earth. In this profound silence, you can only hear the symphony of the night. Crickets chirp their age-old song, a lullaby carried on a soft breeze that whispers through the trees. It's a peaceful sound, a reminder of nature's constant rhythm. But listen closely. Above the crickets and the breeze, there's another sound, a subtle disturbance in the tranquility. Suddenly there's a rustling sound on the roof, like someone or something walking. Tick-tick, tick-tick. The sound echoes in the stillness, a chilling cadence that crawls under your skin, a sound that makes your hair stand on end. Old folks say when the sound is far, danger is near. The further away it seems, the closer the threat actually is. This is a warning, heed it well. There's a creature watching from the dark, its eyes gleaming with hunger, its intentions far from benevolent. Aswang, a word whispered in hushed tones, a name that carries the weight of generations of fear. A word enough to make your heart pound. For many, it's not just a story told around a flickering fire. It's not just a legend passed down through the ages. For many, it's not just a story. It's a reminder of dark nights in the province where shadows dance with unseen horrors, of grandma's warning to come home before dusk, before the creatures of the night begin to stir. The Aswang isn't just a monster lurking in the shadows. It's a complex tapestry woven from fear, folklore, and cultural beliefs. It's a mystery that reflects what we believe, what we fear, and what we hold sacred. From casual talks over steaming cups of coffee to blockbuster movies that grip audiences worldwide, the Aswang is always there, lurking in the background, a constant presence in our collective consciousness. Why does it have such a strong hold on our imagination? What is it about this creature that continues to fascinate and terrify us in equal measure? Why is the legend of the Aswang still so alive, passed down through generations, whispered in the dark corners of our minds? In this journey, we'll look into where the Aswang comes from in Filipino myths, tracing its origins back to the ancient beliefs and traditions of our ancestors. We'll see its different forms in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, exploring the regional variations and unique characteristics that define each manifestation of this terrifying creature. We'll listen to the stories passed down through every generation, the first-hand accounts and chilling encounters that have shaped our understanding of the Aswang. The Aswang is not just a monster, a creature of nightmares and folklore. It's a mirror of our society and history, reflecting our deepest fears, our cultural anxieties, and our enduring fascination with the unknown. Come, let's discover the mystery behind the Aswang, unraveling the threads of myth and reality to reveal the truth that lies hidden beneath the surface. Are you ready to confront your fears? Because this story is not for the faint of heart. It will challenge your beliefs and force you to question everything you thought you knew. This is a story of darkness and light, of the eternal struggle between good and evil that plays out in the shadows of our imagination. It's a story of fear and bravery, of the courage it takes to confront the unknown and to stand against the darkness that threatens to consume us. By the end of our journey, your views might change. You might never look at the shadows the same way again. You might see that the Aswang is more than just a monster, a figment of our imagination. It's part of who we are, woven into the fabric of our culture, a reflection of our shared history and our collective identity. So be brave and join me in finding out the truth behind the Aswang legend. Together we will delve into the heart of the mystery and uncover the secrets that have been hidden for generations. What exactly is an Aswang? It's a question that has echoed through generations in the Philippines, a chilling whisper in the dark. The very word conjures images of the night, of hidden dangers and ancient fears. That's not an easy question to answer. The concept of the Aswang is complex, deeply woven into the cultural fabric of the islands. It's more than just a monster. It's a symbol of the unknown, a personification of dread. Aswang is a general term for different kinds of evil creatures in the Philippines. It's an umbrella term encompassing a variety of terrifying entities, each with its own unique characteristics and methods of preying on the innocent. They can be vampires, creatures of the night who thirst for blood, forever seeking to quench their unholy desires. Ghouls, desecrators of graves, feasting on the flesh of the dead in unhallowed grounds. Witches or shapeshifters, beings who can twist their very form to deceive and terrify. By day, they are ordinary people, living amongst us, blending seamlessly into the everyday world. Neighbors, vendors, or co-workers. People you see and interact with daily. masking their true nature behind a facade of normalcy. But at night, their true form comes out. The mask slips, and the monster within is unleashed upon the unsuspecting world. One of the most famous types is the tik-tik or wak-wak, a fearsome predator of the night. It has wings, its body splits in half, a horrifying sight to behold as it takes to the skies. And it flies around looking for victims, especially pregnant women, drawn to the life growing within. Using their long tongues, they suck the baby from the womb, a gruesome act that leaves devastation in its wake. The tik-tik sound is a warning of danger coming close, a chilling call that sends shivers down the spine. There's also the manananggal, more known in Visayas, another terrifying creature of the night. Its body also separates, and it looks for victims, soaring through the darkness in search of prey. There are aswang that don't fly, creatures that stalk the earth, their presence no less terrifying. Ghouls that dig up dead bodies, disturbing the peace of the departed and defiling sacred ground. Or kill people to eat their insides, a horrifying act of cannibalism that defies all natural laws. And of course, the shapeshifter, the master of disguise. That can change into a dog, pig, or other animals, blending seamlessly into the animal kingdom to deceive their victims. Their goal to confuse, scare, and attack their victims, sowing chaos and fear wherever they go. Because of their many forms, it's hard to spot and fight an aswang. They are masters of deception, making them incredibly difficult to identify and defend against. Old folks say the aswang's reflection in a person's eye is upside down, a subtle sign that betrays their true nature. Try to stare if you can, but be warned, gazing into the eyes of an aswang is a dangerous game. The aswang is a creature that's hard to define, so it remains a mystery, a chilling enigma that continues to haunt the Philippine imagination. The stories of the aswang. They whisper through the ages, carried on the wind from generation to generation. These tales, often told in hushed tones around flickering candlelight, speak of creatures that lurk in the shadows, beings that blur the line between human and monster, are as old as our ancestors. They are woven into the very fabric of our history, passed down through countless retellings, evolving with each new voice that carries them forward. These are not just stories. They are a living testament to our fears, our beliefs, and our understanding of the world around us. In Visayas, especially in Capiz, a province steeped in folklore and whispered legends, and Iloilo, neighboring lands with a shared history and a deep connection to the supernatural. It's said to be the center of aswang activity. The very air seems to hum with their presence, a palpable sense of unease that settles over the land after nightfall. One of the most famous stories tells of Teniente Guimo of Duenas, Iloilo. Respected by day, a pillar of the community, but aswang by night, a creature of darkness and dread. A stark reminder that appearances can be deceiving and that evil can lurk beneath the most respectable facade. They had visitors who were served for dinner, unsuspecting guests who may have unknowingly shared a meal with a monster. A reminder that not everyone kind can be trusted, that even the most welcoming smile can hide sinister intentions, and that true danger often comes from those we least suspect. There's also a story of a family who moved to a village, seeking a fresh start and a peaceful life, always given strange meat by their neighbor, a seemingly generous offering that masked a far more sinister purpose. It turned out, the whole community was aswang, a chilling revelation that transformed their dream of a peaceful life into a terrifying nightmare. Giving food was a way to infect them, a subtle and insidious method of spreading their dark curse, and turn them into aswang too, adding to their ranks and perpetuating the cycle of fear and terror. In Mindanao, there's the balbal, a creature of the night that haunts cemeteries and preys on the recently deceased. A creature that eats the dead, desecrating graves and consuming the flesh of the departed. Using long claws to dig, tearing through the earth with unnatural strength and speed. Once the body is taken, spirited away into the darkness, it's replaced with a banana tree shaped like a person, a cruel mockery of the life that was lost. In the morning, only a banana tree is left in the coffin, a silent testament to the balbal's gruesome work. These stories are a warning, a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows and the importance of vigilance. Don't trust easily, come home early, before the darkness descends and the creatures of the night begin to stir. Avoid dark places, where the aswang and other malevolent beings hold sway. Grandpa and Grandma's stories aren't just meant to scare, to send shivers down your spine and keep you awake at night. They're lessons of caution, imparting wisdom gleaned from generations of experience and close encounters with the unknown. In every corner of the Philippines, from the bustling cities to the remote rural villages, though the versions vary, shaped by local customs and beliefs, the message is the same. Be careful in the dark, for the night holds dangers that are best avoided. The Aswang is part of our awareness as a country, a shared cultural touchstone that binds us together. The legends bring us together, fostering a sense of community and shared identity. In a shared fear and respect for the mystery of the night, a recognition of the power and unpredictability of the world around us. With every story, the Aswang's roots in our culture grow deeper, intertwining with our beliefs, our values, and our understanding of the human condition. And even now, in this modern age, these legends are still very much alive, passed down through families and communities, continuing to shape our perceptions and fuel our imaginations. Why does the Aswang have such a strong effect on Filipino culture? Because the Aswang lives among us, a neighbor, friend, or relative. The fear is personal, close to reality. It was also used as a way to control people, to discipline kids, to set curfews in the community. But we also love it. It's at the center of stories, a way to bond at night. Shared fear becomes a shared experience. The Aswang is an anti-hero, feared, but we want to know their story. It shows the two sides of human nature, kind by day, monster by night. The Aswang is complex, has a history, and is connected to our daily lives. That's why it continues to be popular in our culture. Even with modern changes, the Aswang hasn't disappeared. It has even changed and grown. From folktales, it moved to comic books, TV, and movies. Shake, rattle, and roll, and tick-tick. The Aswang Chronicles gave the Aswang a new look. It's no longer just grandma's story, it has become a movie experience. In books, the Aswang is very much alive, the mythology class, Salaysay, and others. Here, the Aswang is in the city, living in the modern world. On social media, it's still talked about paranormal vlogs, creepypasta, and urban legends. The legend continues to live and change. The Aswang has become a pop culture icon. Even if we are modern, there's still a part of us that believes and is scared of the mystery of the night. The Aswang is proof of how strong our imagination is. And with every generation, the Aswang has a new form and a new story. Many countries have their own monsters: vampires, werewolves, zombies, yokai. But the Aswang is uniquely Filipino. Like vampires, some Aswang suck blood, but they are more flexible. They also like insides and can split their bodies and fly. The Aswang shapeshifter isn't just a wolf. It can be a dog, pig, cat, or bird. They are not tied to the full moon. They can change form anytime. The Aswang has two identities: a normal person by day, a monster by night. They have families, jobs, and are part of the community. That's why they are scarier. The monster is not an outsider, but an insider. The details of the Aswang, garlic, salt, stingray tail, the tick-tick sound, are unique to us. The Aswang has a story, a family, and a place in society. That's what makes it special. The relationship of Filipinos with the Aswang is complicated. Fear and pride. Fear passed down from childhood. Fear of the dark, of sounds, of the unknown. The Aswang is the image of these fears, but there's also a strange pride, because the Aswang is ours. We don't get monsters from other places. We have our own creature. We make it the theme of festivals, art, and movies. Artists and writers are proud of the Aswang as a symbol of Filipino culture. The Aswang is a shared myth. It brings Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao together. This mixed feeling keeps the Aswang alive and important. It's not just a monster, it's a heritage and an identity. At the end of our journey, it's clear the Aswang is more than just a monster. It's an important part of who we are as Filipinos. The legend of the Aswang is a living proof of how rich our spoken traditions are. It teaches lessons about community, trust, and being careful. The popularity of the Aswang in art and movies shows its power. In a world of different influences, the Aswang is a strong symbol of our culture, a mark that is scary, mysterious, and uniquely ours. In every Aswang story, fear is alive, and so is the rich spirit of Filipino culture.